It's your morning sports report here at TribLIVE Radio at TribLIVE.com. All brought to you by Cash in Culture, your pop culture retro gaming headquarters with 4 big stores in western Pennsylvania to serve you. Westmoreland Mall and Century 3 Mall, Bell Vernon, and also in North Huntington online at CashinCulture.com. Ken Laird, Josh Taylor. Somebody somewhere in Pittsburgh won something this weekend. I'm just not sure who that was and where they were, Josh. Quite the painful sports weekend. Let's talk Steelers and a come-from-ahead loss to the 0-3 Tampa Bay Bucks. Who is the GOAT? Who is most to blame?
Where do you start? Line them all up. We have our Three Stooges hour, don't we? Line them all up and just let the slaps go the whole way down the line. I keep hearing, I heard so much, and I keep making the very critical mistake of going on social media after a game and hear people talk all this stuff. Everybody wants to limit it to one person. Everybody wants to limit it to one player. Everybody wants to limit it to one thing to happen.
One coach.
Or it's one coach. Oh, it's the punter's fault. Oh, it's Todd Haley's fault. They lost as a team. They made plenty of mistakes as a team. They made plenty of mistakes on defense. They made plenty of mistakes on offense. They got called for plenty of penalties on defense. Between Troy Polamalu being caught in the neutral zone. Between Arthur Moats being caught in the neutral zone at an absolutely inopportune time on 3rd and 2. Between Marquise Pouncey getting called for a false start at a very inopportune time when you're trying to put the game away. They made a lot of mistakes collectively, and they made a lot individually. So you can't key on one person. The responsibility, in my opinion, goes all the way down the line.
It took a hatful of mistakes to find a way to lose to Mike Glennon, the Bucks, a team that had just gotten beat 56-14. Granted, a long week to prepare. But as you say, Josh, you missed a field goal. The punt was awful when it counted the most late. Offensively, you gave 10 points up with 2 horrible series to start the game. You weren't ready to go. Not to mention the sacks allowed of Ben Roethlisberger, 5 big ones, most of them coming from the left side. Some Beachum, some running back assigned, some Ben Roethlisberger not getting rid of the football. The offense did not score on the final 3 chances it had to touch the football. That's unacceptable. But the defense, of course, had a lead and let it get away. And to Louis Murphy, an off-the-street receiver from 5 days ago.
Who's
just
killed them before?
Oakland. He owns Heinz Field. And maybe the biggest indictment after the game, Louis Murphy saying, we talked about in practice on Thursday, the Steelers were going to run cover 2. In this case, it was actually cover 3, as Troy Polamalu told us. And the hole was going to be open. They have become so predictable on defense. Louis Murphy, picked up 5 days ago, knows exactly what they are running and when exactly to run it.
Let's take it back. If you were going to get in the time machine here, think about some of the most just devastating plays against this defense over the last few years. Think back to the game in 2011, that playoff game, the last playoff game they were in, mind you.
The Tebow game.
The Tebow game. What did they get busted on? They got busted on a cover 2. Think back to Super Bowl 48, when the game almost fell apart because Larry Fitzgerald broke one. What did they get busted against? Cover 2. It's the tendencies are there. When Bruce Gradkowski came in here with, I think it might have been with Louis Murphy, it might have been that game when Bruce Gradkowski came in here and tore the Steelers up. What did he do it against? A cover 2. Maybe he sees something that we're not paying attention to.
Long season, quarter in the books. Much time to get out of this, but blowing a great chance to get out to a 3-1 start. The Steelers will be talking about them all week here on TribLive Radio, TribLive.com.